Welcome back to my channel Eternal Wisdom of Bharatvarsh. Let's begin today's untold story of the forgotten elder sister of Lord Ram. Yes, you heard that right. Ramji had a sister who was born many years before his birth. Hidden within the folds of ancient scriptures lies the story of Shanta, the eldest sister of Lord Ram, a name unfamiliar to many. The Valmiki Ramayana, revered for its detailed accounts, barely brushes upon her existence. A fleeting mention of her as the daughter of King Rompad of Anga appears in the Balkand. Yet it is in the Shrimad Bhagavatam that her remarkable story truly unfolds. When King Dashrath and Queen Kaushalya were newlyweds, they had their firstborn, a baby girl, Shanta. She was cradled with love and care, but fate had other plans. She was given in adoption to King Rompad of Anga, a gesture that would bind the kingdoms of Ayodhya and Anga together. Dashrath and Rompad were greatest of friends. The king of Anga and his queen had no children, and when they visited Ayodhya and saw Shanta, they requested to adopt her as their daughter. Dashrath and Kaushalya couldn't refuse their dear friends, so Shanta became the princess of Anga. Despite being raised away from her birth parents, Shanta grew up as a true princess, graceful, intelligent, and skilled in the Veds, warfare, and the arts. Her beauty and composure were unmatched, and her life seemed destined for tranquility. But destiny seldom spares anyone from trials. Two crises loomed large over her life. King Dashrath, Shanta's birth father, longed for a son to inherit the throne of Ayodhya. Meanwhile, Anga, her adoptive kingdom, suffered from a devastating drought, its parched lands crying out for relief. The solution to both dilemmas lay in two powerful yajnas, but it required a Brahman of extraordinary chastity and purity, someone who had lived a life untouched by worldly temptations, to conduct both these sacred rituals. The answer was Rishyasringa, the son of the great sage Vibhandhak. Raised in complete isolation, Rishyasringa had never seen a woman, his mind untainted by earthly desires, but persuading him to perform the yajna was no small feat. This was where Shanta, embodying both intelligence and courage, stepped forward. Disguised as a simple maiden, Shanta approached Rishyasringa. Her beauty, grace, and wisdom left the sage spellbound. For the first time, his heart stirred, and the isolation he had known all his life crumbled. Shanta, willing to leave behind her royal luxuries, chose to marry him. Together, they returned to Anga, where Rishyasringa performed the yajna that brought torrential rains, ending the kingdom's suffering. But her sacrifices didn't end there. Rishyasringa was then called to Ayodhya, where he conducted the Putrakameshti Yajna. This sacred ritual blessed King Dashrath with 4 sons, Ram, Bharat, Lakshman, and Shatrughna. It was through Shanta's unwavering determination and selflessness that the two kingdoms found salvation, and the story of Lord Ram began. The details of Shanta's life after her pivotal role in the Putrakameshti Yajna are not extensively documented in the scriptures. However, based on the accounts available and the cultural context of the era, here's what can be surmised. Shanta continued to live with her husband Rishyasringa, likely in the serene hermitage where he performed his spiritual practices. As a sage's wife, her life would have been deeply rooted in dharma, offering guidance to seekers and participating in rituals and teachings alongside her husband. While there is no direct mention of Shanta meeting Lord Ram as he grew up, it is plausible that such a meeting could have taken place. Shanta's role in enabling Dashrath to have sons would have made her a revered figure in Ayodhya. Given the close familial ties of that era, she might have visited Ayodhya on special occasions or during significant events like Lord Ram's thread ceremony or Upnayan or his wedding. As the eldest sibling, Shanta would likely have shared a special bond with Ram, offering her blessings and guidance whenever they met. It is possible that Shanta met Sita during the grand wedding celebrations in Mithila. Marriages in ancient times were not just familial events, but significant socio-political gatherings where extended family members, including someone as significant as Shanta, would have been present. Shanta's story, though overshadowed by the grandeur of the Ramayana, leaves behind a legacy of selflessness, duty, and devotion. Whether or not she frequently reunited with her family, her contributions to the destinies and to the welfare of the two kingdoms ensured her place in the tapestry of eternal wisdom. Shanta's tale is one of quiet strength and sacrifice. She reminds us that a woman's love and resolve can move mountains, heal nations, and shape the destiny of an entire world. It is time that the world learns about this remarkable sister of Sri Ram. Don't you think so? If you like this video, please share and hit the like button. Remember to subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for staying tuned till the end.